Everyone assumed she froze because she was scared, but the truth was far more dangerous. She recognized the boy's trembling hands. The midday sun glared off the pistol barrel, turning the dusty courtyard into a stage no one wished to stand on. Villagers poked their heads out from wooden doors, murmuring, sensing a storm building in the heat. And there, in the center of it all, stood Sergeant Liana Hale, steady, calm, staring into the eyes of a recruit who couldn't have been more than 19. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. His voice cracked as he shouted, demanding her weapon. She didn't lift hers. She didn't even flinch. Because she remembered that face, or rather the fear behind it. It was the same fear she once saw in the mirror on her first deployment, long before she learned how to breathe through danger instead of collapsing under it. The boy's boots scraped against the dirt, his hands shaking so violently that dust drifted from the pistol grip. Liana noticed every detail, the quivering jaw, the wetness gathering at the corners of his eyes, the way the villagers' whispers rose in nervous waves. She also saw something the boy wasn't aware of, the shadow of her unit moving silently behind him, each soldier stepping into place like pieces of a larger heartbeat. But she didn't call out to them. "Not yet, don't come closer," the recruit barked. His voice was brittle, stretched thin like thread about to snap. She took one slow breath, feeling the warm sunlight touch her back. "You don't want to do this," she said softly. He flinched, almost like the gentleness in her tone hurt more than any threat. A door slammed somewhere behind them. A woman gasped. A child cried. The wind rustled through the dry leaves, brushing past Liana's sleeve, carrying the scent of smoke and hot metal. She sensed everything tightening around the moment, the world waiting to see who would break first. Then came the micro cliffhanger. No one saw coming. Liana stepped forward. A ripple of panic shot through the crowd. Even the boy stumbled back, the pistol jerking wildly in his hand. She knew one wrong twitch could end a life. His or hers. Maybe both. But she also knew something else. He wasn't dangerous. He was drowning. She saw it clearly now. The fresh recruit patch barely stitched on. The dust on his boots not from training fields, but from running. Running from someone. Running towards something he didn't understand. "Who sent you?" she asked. He opened his mouth, but only a broken breath escaped. The pistol dipped, sunlight flickered across his face, revealing bruises along his jaw. Someone had used him. Someone who believed he was disposable. Her heart tightened. She remembered being ordered into a mission she wasn't ready for. She remembered surviving only because someone chose to speak to her, not shoot her. She thought she'd never see that moment again. She was wrong. Liana raised her hands slowly, palms open, voice calm enough to quiet even the anxious air around them. "Look at me," she whispered. "You're not my enemy." The boy blinked, his lip trembling. His arm sagged. For the first time, he seemed to really see her, not as a target, not as a uniform, but as a human being offering him a lifeline. That was the moment her unit swept in. A coordinated movement, boots hitting the ground in unison, shields glinting under the noon sun, two soldiers looping behind him, another stepping forward, with practiced control. They didn't charge. They didn't shout. They surrounded him like a protective wave, cutting off any escape, but also any threat that might harm him. He panicked, knees buckling. The pistol fell to the dirt with a soft thud, and then the moment no one expected, he dropped to his knees. "Please," he whispered. "I don't want to die." Liana crouched beside him, resting a steady hand on his shoulder. "You're not going to," she said. "Not today, not because of fear someone else planted in you." Villagers slowly stepped out into the bright sunlight, watching the tension dissolve into something quieter, something heavier. Justice wasn't loud that day. It arrived softly, carried by understanding, instead of force, because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. And sometimes it returns wearing a uniform under a burning noon sun. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful real-life inspired stories told with heart.